questions.
Sure.
Yeah. So the first question is, what is your go-to-market strategy? And then the second thing is like, how does your customer know that whatever you calculate is like, correct? Because sometimes depending on, where the carbon, emission sources, right? So they all kind of different.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll go with your first question. Our go-to-market strategy right now is in Latin America and specifically Africa. We realized that we needed to nail down one first methodology. So there's 170 methodologies, carbon project methodologies, and we decided to go with clean cooking stoves. We realized that this is the methodology that's the easiest to actually automate and to kind of prove our concept. So our MVP platform only has integrated right now that methodology, and I can show you a screenshot of how our platform looks like. So this is the platform itself. These are the variables needed in order for us to be able to process the data from clean cooking stove methodologies specifically. Once we're able to get carbon credits verified and also testing our platform to see if those results are accurate, then we'll be integrating EV mobility, solar, and then we're gonna move into nature-based solutions, forestry, blue carbon, agriculture. On your points of the accuracy of all calculations, right now we're piloting with 2 of our customers that have already been through carbon projects before. So we're just realizing and double checking that everything is working well with the previous carbon projects they've already done.
Adriana C?
Yes, could you share us a little bit if you have, like with the MVP, you said you are running 2 MVP more projects with 2 companies. What have been the outcome? You said that they were already with carbon projects in other companies. So what do you do different with them and what they have gained with you?
Yeah, so this is very recent. So I'll give an example. For example, the company we're working in Kenya, they started to do their carbon project with a really big consultancy called CO2 Balance. They realized that one, it's like non-transparent, non-responsive. They have no idea what the consultancy is doing with their data, and also it's extremely expensive. They haven't even received cash from the carbon credits that are supposed to be already verified. And then basically it's kind of similar situation with the other company that we're working in Mexico. So we realized that both of these companies are very frustrated with actually the current alternatives to be able to go through a carbon project. And right now we just barely started 2 weeks ago. So I really can't talk about the results we have now, but I can say that we're leveraging our technology and our calculations, and we're giving full transparency and traceability to our customers, which is something that is lacking today.
Adriana?
This is a very competitive market, and so curious about your competitive advantage, and also separate from that question to talk a little bit about, if you don't mind, scalability and kind of go-to-market strategy.
30 seconds.
For sure. Yeah, we've seen a lot of innovations more in the downstream, the carbon space, not really in the upstream where we see where the real problem is. There's a huge gap between the supply and the demand of carbon credits. And it's more because the supply right now, there's not that much access for for small to mid-sized companies to be able actually to go through the process. So what's going on is that one of the barriers is funding, and another one is know-how. So what we're doing is that there are different kind of companies, for example, South Pole, Forest Carbon, they're consultancies. What we've seen in terms of technology has been more pre-seed and seed companies that we're starting to see emerge. Some of them are more in management and inventory of carbon credits. Others are specifically for forestry. So we're kind of going into this new white space. But yeah, it is competitive and it's moving fast.
All right, time's up.